Oh yeah! Hello Foxy. Right, I don't know why my laptop's playing up. It's been a bit slow. According to my laptop, I'm still offline. But according to my phone, I am live. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Reload. There we go, now we're live. Turn my sound off on the laptop. Right, hello, how are you? So yeah, this is what Defo Live, yep, thank you. Right, this is what we've got to build. Let's try and get it in view. So, ThunderROARus. The Monster Jam monster truck, pullback, 232 pieces. Set 42200. So, I've got myself a drink. Not sponsored, but drinkrafe.com. Currently drinking the mango flavour. Almost set 420. Oh, very tasty. Right. Oh. Right, let's get into the box. So, what's A? There we go. Oh. So, hang on, let's tip that up a tiny bit. Get the tray out. So, oh, they aren't numbered bags. Okay, that's surprising. Yeah. That's weird. I was definitely expecting numbered bags. Oh, whoops. Thunder Chaos, yes. Oh, I've got another little mini bag. For appropriately chunky tyres. And then your motor that powers the pullback function. And quite a few stickers. So that is quite a lot. No bother. Right, a minute, let's see how many we've got. 12, 14. Yeah, looks like 14 stickers. Yeah, well, obviously you're going to have some for the logo, ThunderROARus, and then Monster Jam. But yeah, and then we've got some teeth bits. Right. So, you know what I mean? Precarious. I feel like a surgeon while placing those. Yeah. I mean, you're supposed to use the Lego tool, but I'm usually pretty good. So, where's... Okay. Alright, so we start... Right, and whilst we're here, right. There we go. So seeing as you started doing streaming, might as well give you a shout out. Oh, I only cleaned my desk of... I'm a real girl now. I kind of feel the same way. That's why I identified with Pinocchio back watching it when I was a kid. Right, so yeah, it's kind of, because there's no numbered bags, I'm going to have to kind of play it by ear. So so this one hasn't got any of the blue plugs in, so we're going to have to open one of the others. So when are you next thinking of streaming anyway, Foxy? I'd be much interested in watching that. Oh, lots of blue pegs. That was unexpected. I knew there was going to be a few, but not that many. We've got loads of different sizes. We've got the triple plugs. We have the double ones with the crosshatch. I think that's it. And then we've got double plugs, but with the connector on the end, the crosshatch connector. Yes. Right. Okay. So I think we can get away with not. So they're all the big bits. The wheel rims and all of the trimming. So I've got one more bag to open. My issue is having to conversation with people. Conversate, yeah. The fact that you can all... it's just sort of allowing yourself to be distracted. So, you know, whilst, you know, take a couple of minutes between putting bits on the set, and then just, because I've got my laptop over that way, so to the left hand side of me, beyond where my drink is. So every so often I just look to the left and have a look at the chat. That is really nice, fruity, mango. Usually my laptop's over the other side of over this side of the room, but I moved it specially so that it's near to the table that I build my Lego on. So let's get rid of that. More, yeah, some frame pieces. So let's get on with it proper. So we take the motor, and we get one of those triple pins. So put that through the second hole and pop it all the way through. And then another one, two up, one from the end. Oh, wrong way. So that'll give the frame something to hold on to. So, and then another one along the top. And then we've got these little ring cylindrical pieces. And they go one either side at the end. I mean, especially if you're gaming, because you do more gaming than me. I'm thinking of doing a bit more nearer Christmas. But there's the best time to have a conversate with the chat is in between games. So when you've just finished your game and the loading screen comes up, then you can focus more on the chat whilst the game ends. And and then whilst the game's loading up when you're in the lobby, and then once you're back in the game, you know what I mean, you can't look at chat, you've got to focus on the game. Defo play some games. You still play it? Yeah, I'm not playing it as much. Most of the time I'm just playing it because I've got friends that invite me to play. So, alright, onto the frame now. So, I might actually have to use the second tray, which will be, I think, the first. Just to separate all the small pieces from the big bits. Right, okay. That. So the wheels can go over there with the arches. And these bits that look like shark fins. Yeah, so if next time you're doing a stream and you play Rivals, I'll jump in if you want. You know what I mean? The more the merrier. Just because sometimes when you're playing games, it can feel a bit lonely. So that's why, you know what I mean, it's not like last time you were playing Fall Guys. Do you know what I mean? If you can get a few people in the lobby with you, and especially if they're, if you're in an Xbox Live party or a Discord party, do you know what I mean? It won't feel as lonely because you've got those people to talk to and bounce off of. So, that's a really long piece. I'm horrid at Rivals, but I like getting the drops. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've still got it and play it, because I watch people playing it because it's cool to watch, especially if they're quite good. I tried to get a couple of... Yeah, it's the same on my Xbox. I've still got... win 100 matches. So I'm up to like 75% of that. Yeah, Discord chatting makes it much better. Yeah, because, you know what I mean? You've got somebody to bounce off of, and it doesn't feel as lonely. So community games are always going to be, content-wise anyway, because, do you know what I mean? You can be a bit more looser and the content 70% almost there. Yeah, so when I get to that point, it's like it's debatable as to whether I'm going to continue playing, really, just because I only play as a limited amount of the characters. So my favourite character is Rocket Raccoon, because I like doing a mixture of healing. Oh, excuse me. A mixture of healing and shooting. But I like being able to back up the team and put down the bonus part of his skill set to give people attack and defense boosts or something. But if there's already 2 healers on the team, then I usually switch to Iron Man, because I like to get up high and shoot them from sort of be Overwatch, so I'm sort of up above taking people out. But I haven't really played with any of the other characters. I've tried a few, but I always keep coming back to Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon. So, but it's, I just play with friends to support them if they haven't got a healer on their team. So, normal little plug. Excuse me. Just like to say also, I very much appreciate all the support people have been giving on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I've been putting other stuff on there, not just Lego builds. So what's that? That's is it a normal one? There we go. The little right angle. But I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, loving the expansion. What expansion? To Marvel Rivals? I haven't got round of content. Yeah, thank you. I've just, you know what I mean, I've been realising that I can do a lot, put a lot more out there, because I can record little clips off of my Xbox. So they haven't got my voice in them, they've just got the gameplay and the music and sound effects in the game. But I put a few little tiny YouTube shorts on there about the little pet sidekicks that I've got on Fortnite. Oh, no worries. I do it all the time. Sometimes I end up putting like 3 or 4 messages in chat because I haven't quite got to the end of my train of thought. So, right, there we go. And then that... Oh, hang on. Right, okay. So that goes on like that, and then that lines up with the... because that's where the wheel bit will go. Okay. Right. So, this is where the long bit comes in. Plus, I don't know if you're up for it, Foxy, but seeing as you're always the first one here, would you like to become my backup mod? I already have a mod, Swampy, who's my best mate in real life. But he keeps... well, he's just changed his job hours, so he's probably working today, right now. Because that's why I usually time my streams of late and in the past for a Tuesday in the early afternoon. Because before he changed his job hours, he was doing nights. So I didn't want to, and he'd be working weekends as well, so I didn't want to catch him when he's like trying to recover from doing a whole weekend of work. But now he's changed his job hours. Oh, there you go, right. So let's click on your name. I mean, like I say, you don't always have to... oh, a minute, how do I... there we go. Granted moderator privileges to Foxy Kirby. There we go. Well, it's just that Swampy, my mate, is the person that got me into doing Twitch. Even before I'd properly started recollecting Lego, he used to use WWE 2K19 as a way to set up his own little AI wrestling shows. So we'd all create our characters and we'd all turn up every week for the show. A minute, so how does this... oh, I've forgotten. Pandemic fun. Yeah, I mean, it was, to be fair, it was even before that. Have I got this wrong? I've forgotten a bit. But it kind of led into that, yeah. So every week we'd have like a wrestling show, like it, you know, like it would be on WWE. But hang on, right? How's this fit together? So does that go? No, it goes there. And the character that I created, with very minimal messing around with the settings in the game, was one of the hardest characters in the whole shows that he put on. So right, and obviously it was called Madman, but you'd get extreme rules matches where you could clock them in the face and they'd start bleeding, and that made my character go even more mental. And I'd usually, after I'd got blooded, as we say, or what we'd call Shark Week, because sharks love blood. So a minute. Oh, we got a weird piece here. Yeah, my character would go even more mental after I'd got my face scraped open. So a minute. Yeah, it was a great time. That's, you know what I mean? That's what got me into watching people. It was mostly people doing the wrestling e-feds, but then it moved on to other stuff, like watching people play other games. I mean, I was already addicted to playing video games, but Twitch and YouTube and now Discord as well has helped me to socialise better with all the people that I'm meeting, like yourself. But yeah, I mean, right, so that goes through there. Oh, excuse me, berserker-like. Yeah, that's pretty much what my character was. I didn't change the weight category settings, so I think he was like... was lower. I think he was a lightweight, because I'm not that big, so I tried to keep it my size. But I'd always succeed in taking on people much bigger than me, and it was just amazing to watch sometimes. But I think the wrestling e-fed sort of scene has died down, unfortunately. There's not as many people doing it these days, partly because COVID did a number on WWE, you know what I mean? Because they couldn't do the live shows as much, or when they did the live shows, there wasn't any audience for safety reasons, and that kind of knocked the wind out of the people going to... kind of knocked the wind out of the business model, really, because they couldn't make as much money. But it's the same with football matches. They used to, when COVID was on, they used to obviously have, I totally forgot that, with no audience. Yeah, same as the football matches. I think you could go online, you'd send a photo of yourself, and they would print it and put it on one of the seats at the wrestling match or at the football match. So it kind of gave the impression that everybody was still getting involved. Yeah, it definitely knocked WWE and all of the other wrestling federations for six. So, where's this piece? There it is, I think. Is that it? That one? Yeah. And then a crosshatch. No way, that's a great idea. Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you know what I mean? Because then, for a small fee, Do you know what I mean? You can get your face, or you know, the top half of you put onto one of those chairs. Yeah. I think it was just somebody had the idea of how can we make a little bit of money, because we're having to take a real big cut because there aren't any people in the stadiums, and still make people feel like they're a little bit involved. We've got a black piece of the same shape. So that goes that way, and then but yeah, don't think that because I've asked you to be mod that do you know what I mean, that you have to do everything. But it would just be nice, do you know what I mean, so I don't get too distracted from building the models. But for the most part, I don't mind chatting, because to be fair, if I don't necessarily have to look to I only really usually use the laptop to refer to make sure that the picture's stable, that my internet's okay, because I still get the chat come up on my phone. It kind of obscures what I'm looking at on my phone, but do you know what I mean? I can still carry on with the build technically and look at my phone and see the chat, which is handy. But yeah, it's like if somebody, you know, if we get like a follow bot or an art logo bot come in, then you might be able to catch them before me. So what have we got? One of them, and then it's grey on black. Yeah, grey on black. After having to do it myself, I get why streamers appreciate a mod for shout-outs and greasing the wheels. Yeah, just to keep things, do you know what I mean? So there's not of much. Do you know what I mean? Because if I'm talking, referring to my phone, well, I mean, I could still technically see the chat on my phone and see it come up, but then it's just like there might be a gap of a couple of minutes where, you know, it comes up in chat and I'm still looking over the phone to the instructions, and then it'd be just nice to have somebody else. And like I said, seeing as you're usually the first one here, it may as well be you rather than anybody else. So how do these go in? So pop that all the way through there, and then yeah, I don't think I mean, from what I've seen, most people really appreciate having, I mean, I've seen some channels where nearly everybody in chat is a mod, and it's like, that's not really necessary. But if if you're all, you know, if you're friends with those people in real life, it makes sense. That's why, you know, I've got Swampy, my best mate, as my mod, because he started on Twitch before me. He has a lot more experience than me. And then does that go on the end there? Yeah. Ooh. So now it's starting to get a bit complex. So we turn that around. And then how does that? So that goes through there. Yeah, and then hang on, so third hole, so through there and then through there. Okay, there we go. So obviously we're going to have to pin it in because it's not tight. Ah, there we go. I forgot about that. So now it's flush. Oh. Now to pin in the other side. Oh, wrong way. But yeah, partly because I haven't got the technology yet, and I haven't got OBS or Stream Elements or anything like that. Until I get my own place again and my own router and internet, I want to keep it as simple as possible, and probably have somebody there on hand. Well, not there on hand, but have somebody teach me, you know, stuff to do with OBS and setting up alerts and, you know, automatic stuff that comes up in the chat, because I don't really know how to do that. So back to but the good thing about Twitch and Discord is usually there's people around that, you know, are quite happy to help. So if, you know, if Swampy can't help me, oh, and I can find somebody else who will know. Right, and then that goes the same on the other side. They're like sort of fake suspension rods, because they don't actually bounce. It's just to give the impression of suspension with the monster truck frame. Right, so we have that piece. That crosshatch, yep. So that goes in the bottom there. That's what Craig always says, help is just an ask away. Yeah, it makes me nervous as well, just because I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to like press the wrong button and do something wrong, but if I can find somebody that will guide us through it step by step kind of thing, then do you know what I mean? It's the only reason it's like that I'm even streaming this is because I know my phone can do it, and it's basically, apart from the little menu along the bottom of the screen on the phone, has got two buttons. One with the 3 vertical dots. You type that, you touch that, and that gets you can change the stream title. And then further along to the left, you've got the little white button with the signal, and then the purple line on the outside, and that is the button you press to go live. And I know how to, you know what I mean, I've got where my profile logo is in the top right hand corner, that's the button that I press to get into all of the Twitch menu stuff. So I know the basics, but that's why I'm trying to keep it simple for the moment. Yeah, I mean, it's just good that Twitch is integrated into the PlayStation and the Xbox, that you can, I mean, I haven't got round to it, but I will, because I've got along the lines of more Lego content, but Lego games. I've got the Lego Hobbit, and I've got the Lego Jurassic World. I've also got Lego DC Villains. I've got the Ninjago game. I've got, what is it? Lego Avengers. Yeah, I've got that one as well. So at some point soon, maybe around Christmas or New Year, do a couple of Lego game streams. Just for fun, do you know what I mean? Because I can pause that and I can talk to you. We started Hobbit and Jurassic World. Not sure why we stopped. Need to go back. Achievements to be gotten for sure. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's to get to really get the value out of the game. You want to get 100% achievements, because then that's, you know, you might complete the story of the game, but you might not get every single achievement. And because I'm in a bit of an achievement hunter, what have I done wrong here? That's supposed to be popped through all the way, isn't it? Yeah. So, I've got the another little right angle piece. I mean, I only get a lot of these games because they're cheap. So what was it? I think Lego Avengers, I think I got for $4.99 when it should have been about 40, like 80 or 90% off. And the Hobbit and Jurassic World, the same. They were either $3.99 or $4.99. So I don't really want to spend full price on them, because I don't really think they're worth that much. Even when they're like 20, 30 quid and not 40, 50. So, on to the next page. Oh, no, separate piece. What have we got? Where are they? Ah, there we are. One. I need two of those. Where's the other one? There we go. It's hiding underneath. So you've got the flat ones rather than the thicker ones. We 100% Lego City and Villains. It was a pain to get the characters. Clean up. Yeah. I've done a little bit of DC Villains, but I haven't got Lego City. That I wouldn't mind getting Lego City in the future. So, another one of these crosshatch plugs. And then one of the grey crosshatches in the end. And that over like that. And then another one of those on the end. So, but they're good games to play, you know what I mean? Either on your own or co-op with whoever, you know what I mean? In your case, your son. It's just good, wholesome fun. So, one from the end. And where's that go? Two from here. And then pop that all the way through. Oh yeah, we loved them. I can't uninstall them because... Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like you might just... Even if, like say, if you haven't completed them, it's the replayability is just because you're playing with digital versions of Lego. That's one of the reasons why I like playing Lego games. It's almost as good as having the Lego itself. So we start the other side of the frame. He even bought Lego Lego City for his Switch. Well, that's Switch is do you know what I mean? Because he can go off and just play that on his own, and he doesn't have to take. Because this is the thing, I imagine a lot of families, they've got one big TV. So do you know what I mean? If the kid's using the TV playing a Lego game, that means you can't use the TV for anything else. You know, watching box sets or playing a game yourself or watching a film. But yeah, if he's got... Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. So if he's got it on his Switch, yeah, he can just go off and do his own thing. So that goes... Oh, hang on. Snagged the skin on my thumb a little bit. Right. So... Click and a pop. Right, there we go. So that's both sides of the bottom of the frame. I mean, you got any plans to get him more Christmas Lego sets? Oh, okay. We've got these little tea pieces. They're quite cool. And whilst I'm here as well, yes. Let's taking a copy. Paste, and then where is it? There we go. There we go. If anybody wants to become part of the TAR Discord, which is my Discord server. Lots of photos and videos of Lego builds, and you're quite welcome to post your own. Actually, that reminds me, I bought a few over the months to gift him. I forgot which they were. It's been so long. But that's the thing, if you've put them in a cupboard, I know I got him the creeper, is that there, the big one? The one that's like it's one that's like almost a foot tall, isn't it? That's just total blocks. That looks quite cool. A lot of people might say that looks a bit plain, but I don't care. It's I bet that he's going to display that somewhere, you know, like on a cupboard, like sat there. You might have to watch yourself every time you go into his room now after he's built that, because it might scare the crap out of you. Excuse me. Right. So... Is that the sound it makes, is it? Because I don't really play Minecraft. I like the concept, it's just... I don't really know what I'm doing. So, we've got these right angle pieces, but with the curved bit on them. I think so, from what I recall. Then they blow up. Okay. I think the only one that I've played is, what is it? Is it Minecraft Legends? The one with the story and the sort of point A to B missions, where you go through a little world and you go all the way through. I've played a bit of that, because it was on Game Pass, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. So, we've got the white plugs with the plug and then the crosshatch. So that goes through the top and all the way through, and then that goes all the way, there we go. So you end up with plug on one side, cross hatches on the other. Then these little connecting points with cross hatches in each side. So they go, hang on, they go on like that. I need to check it out. I think it was a subscription game for PlayStation as well, but I haven't got around to it. Too many games. I've still got, what was it? I've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla from like 2 or 3 years ago that I've hardly even touched. And it's supposed to be my favourite game series of all time. And I haven't touched it. So let's move that out of the way. Next page. So there's not one on the other side. So I wonder what's on the other side there. Okay. So that goes through there like that. Oh, hang on, I've done it wrong. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Oops. Butterfingers. Right, so that through there, and then that through and pins it in. So where's that go? Oh, hang on, I've forgotten a piece, haven't I? Yes, I thought so. Got distracted. I've got to put those T-junctions down. Right, and then that. So that goes through the middle bit, like that. So it shows the white pin coming through there. So, yep. And then another T on the other side. Hold it in place there. Yeah. There we go. I imagine that's not going to be like that. It's going to be held in place. We got these funny little flip pieces. Right, and they go. Yes. So they are the connecting pieces that hold that in. There we go, secured, not flappy anymore. Right, and then some of these little tiny red cross hatches, and they fit into the top there. I imagine there'll be something that goes in the middle of there, and then you push them through all the way to hold it in place. Yes, I was right. So that's the right length. 11 studs across. So we fit that in there. So yeah, this is the front roll bar. So 2 either side, and then we push those through. There we go, secure. Right. Right, I'm going to have a swig of my drink. So apologies for the noise. Oh, refreshing. Right. Stand up and stretch my legs. Oh. What's next? So, oh, these are unusual, even more unusual right angles. We've got a hole there, and then holes at the top and on the sides. So we put more plugs in. One there, and one through the middle. Kind of Superman or Spider-Man colours, red and blue. Right. Plus also, as we're getting closer and closer to Christmas, we're on the 9th of December. I know usually I take a break of a week in between streams, but I'm going to try and do a stream same time next week and do the Speed Champions F1, Ferrari F1 car, because I've still got I've got 4 other sets, the Star Wars Micro Fighters, that can be separated into 2 streams. I've got a couple of other little builds, like little Lego Technic builds that I've already done the videos for, and they'll be put straight onto YouTube in the next couple of days. But then after that, I might do as well as doing the Lego game streams along the way, I've still got my TIE Interceptor. I haven't got around to doing it, so I might do that. I might do a longer stream on Boxing Day, just to chill, because that might take me 4 or 5 hours. So I might start that early, like just after lunch. Yeah, on Boxing Day, and just go through all through the day. Make sure I've got my food in for the night. So 2 of those little plugs. So I don't, if I've got all my food sorted, all my Christmas snacks, my mince pies, I don't have to go out to the shops, because they'll probably be closed anyway. The corner shop might still be open, but I don't like to place any expectations on myself when it comes to what Lego builds I'm going to do and when I'm going to do them, but I like, obviously I really enjoy building Lego sets, and I've got quite addicted to videoing myself building them and putting them up. I mean, I'm not bothered about views, but it is nice when I get them. And, using Discord to promote myself a little bit. Right, so that in there. This is all basically sort of garnering a reputation, sort of with a view to making something more of this in the future when I get my own place and my own internet. This is the groundwork. Because like I say, the only Lego sets I had at the start of the year was the Star Wars Micro Fighters and a few of the Star Wars and Marvel mech suits. It's only been in the last, this year, that I've just gone mental and bought every set that was less than 20 quid. Those Lego builds are slippery slope. I found myself looking for them when I shouldn't be. Yeah, I've probably have spent more on money on Lego than I should do, but it's only when I've had money left over that, that I'm even considering it. So as long as I don't, and it's like, this is why I had, what was it? was it, yeah, JDW. The last time I streamed, he was here, and he said about getting the £350 Lego Enterprise D. I'd love to get it if I had the money, but it's just I haven't got the money. I think I've missed another bit. Yeah, that should go through the top of there. Hello, Echo Bricks. You alright? Thank you for coming. We've done a bit, and I've been nattering most of the time, so you haven't missed a whole load. So, how does this go in? So, do you stream Lego content? Because if you do, you can have a first time chat. Okay. Yeah, but if you stream Lego as well, do you want a shout out? Thank you for the follow. I've heard your name somewhere else in somebody's stream, so yeah, I do. Haven't in a while. Well, all at your own pace, mate. Like I say, this is I think I literally went to the loo as they entered the chat. No worries. But yeah, all in mainly Technic. Okay. As that's what attracted to you to my stream today, because I'm building Lego Technic. Right, a minute. Does that go on there like that? I think so. Yes. Right. I hope I haven't missed any bits along the way. First time for a sticker, methinks. There we go. So we've got these little link pieces here. So they go in like that, and then oh, what's that? Emote. That looks cool. Oh, it's a Technic cogwheel, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is a cool emote. I'm going to have to try and find a way of... I've done emotes for Discord. Changed lots of my pictures of Lego minifigs into Discord emotes, but I don't know how to do emotes for... for Twitch yet, because I wouldn't mind being able to do a couple of Doctor Who ones and a couple of Lego ones. So that number 7. Is that number? That's number 7. No, this is a long sticker, and it's going to curve slightly. So. There we go. I think that's... Yep. That looks good to me. ThunderROARus. Nice little logo with the teeth on the end. Cool. Right. So, where does that go then? Okay, so that latches on like that. So there we go. That will form part of the back of the cab. These are nice little sets. 2 more coming next month. Okay. Do you know which ones those are? I know I've seen on the Lego Builder app and online. I didn't know there were 2 more coming next month though. for the moment, I'm okay with just having this one, and I'll show you the other one. Yeah. Diggertron. That's the other one. Because I don't, when I get a Lego set, if it's part of a series, when I get one, it's all on its lonesome, so I have to get at least a second one. I love living in the countryside. A bald eagle just crossed my garden. Must be a nest. Wow! Yeah, these are Monster Jam monster trucks. Look, I'll show you the logo. Just put that away. There you go, Monster Jam. Yep, they're all licensed. You can get, what was it? Yeah, that's it. Oh, great. Oh, that's the new one, is it? I thought Gravedigger was already out. So Gravedigger, Fire and Ice, and Sparkle Smash. That's the unicorn one, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen pictures of them, but I didn't know I thought they were already out. Right, so. Okay, so we got. Kind of looks like the front of the face of a shark. Right, so. Hang on, oh, I got this the wrong way around. Not the wrong one, am I? Facing the wrong way. There we go. So, one of them in there. Yeah, I remember seeing some of the footage on, I can't remember what channel it used to be on, of the Monster Jam monster trucks. Right, sticker number 4, which is that one. And with the Monster Jam logo on. Oh. Yeah, I see, I'm quite a methodical person anyway, so if it weren't quite right, I would end up peeling it off, put it back on. Gravedigger came out in 2021, but this is the Fire and... there's a new version. Right, okay. Have they, like, upgraded the Monster Jam one, so they've done a new version of the Lego Monster Jam one, I suppose. Because Gravedigger's one of the originals. That's like one of the first monster trucks that ever existed. So... okay. So this is a double panel that goes either side. Okay. So you've got one of these little ones. Oh, very tight fit. Tight like a tiger. And then we put another one of these on the other end. Oh, whoops. There we go. And then we got the number 12. With some of the jaw on it. Oh, hang on. Yeah. So as long as there's a little gap in, you know what I mean, around the edges, that's usually the sort of the way I put the stickers on. I make sure there's that little gap, and then usually if the, you know, if the straight line's followed, it looks okay. Sometimes with straight stickers, they'll go a bit. Well, if he specialises in Technic, he knows a lot more about all the individual sets, I imagine. Right, so okay, so that's another one of them, and that goes through there on the jaw side, and then we start another piece. So we put that to one side. Oh. So ooh. Tiny red crosshatch. Two little plugs on the side. And then like that. Yeah, that's it. So it's a passion being in lockdown. I started really researching sets and did daily reviews of them. Oh, nice. Oh, you did. You beat me to it. Thank you, Foxy. Right. So that goes in the end. And then so that goes like that. Right. But yeah, I've already got my list written up for the January releases. Let me go and get my list and read them out, because there's about 4 or 5 sets I want in the January the 1st release window. I'll continue building, but I'll read them out off the side. So obviously I want more brickheads and I want more micro fighters, but that's an as and when. Yeah. I mean, I've always been passionate about Lego since I was a tiny kid when I got my first set, and that's another stream. I'm thinking of in City Range next year. Looks great. Ooh. But yeah, there's a couple of the 1980s space sets with the little original spacemen minifigures that I've seen for second hand that look in really good condition, considering how old they are. But yeah, one in particular, but I wouldn't mind the other one as well. But if I could get hold of them, that would bring proper nostalgic feelings back. But yeah, Soundwave I would also like, if I can save up the money next year early. The TARDIS Interior, one of the Lego Ideas sets I think it is. But they're both 150-60 quid each. And then the ones that come out January the 1st, you've got Miles Morales' mech suit. you've got the Star Wars clone Shock Trooper mech suit, and then you've got a double combo pack of Dr. Octopus and a new version of the Spider-Man mech suit together in one pack. Then you've got Ghost Rider and his bike that also comes with a little Spider-Man that I'll probably be giving away to a friend's nephew because I've already got a Spider-Man. And then you've got the DeLorean Speed Champion Back to the Future car. That's January 1st. And I think it doesn't come out until March or April next year, but Darth Vader's TIE Advanced, the Smart Brick one. Yeah, Soundwave, that would be wicked. It's 160 quid. Yeah, the Ghost Rider minifig looks awesome. They've done a new hairpiece that's in clear sort of orange. So that clicks into there, I think. And then, right, we got one of these little weird ones. Okay. We got put that in the side there. And then one of them in the top. Yeah, get in the hole. There we go. And then we got one of these little tiny one stud tile that goes on the side of there. And then that, oh, hang on. Missed a bit. I'm always doing that, but it's a good job I check later and notice the bits missing that I haven't put on. Right, that goes on like that. Then another one of them. So that's a connecting bit. So that goes all the way through. Right, then got another one of these shark fin type pieces. So that has right, so that goes as long as it's not a grate. Right, and another sticker. So, which one's this? Number 14. And that kind of, it's like got a wheel nut on it. As long as it's not a gear. Oh, what, did they have a flame coloured gear stuck on the top of his head last time? That would look weird. But I suppose that's Lego coming up with the best solution that they think they can come up with until they print new pieces. Ah, a minute, that's supposed to go round like that. There we go. So, and that, oh, a minute, that clicks on the top like that. Cool. Right, So one of them. So we have a half and half on the end. Some crosshatch and a plug. And then one all the way through. No, I mean if you have a piece left over, you really don't want it to be a gear. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Hola, amigo. Hello, Mel. You alright? Right. And then one of these little ones, little plug, goes up the other way like that. Yo, thank you. You beat me to it again. Thank you. Yes, if you'd like to go and give Hoovian Mel a follow. She is a horror streamer mostly, but does play some Fortnite and Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I'm not too bad. There have been times over the last couple of weeks where I'm supposed to have streamed, or not supposed to, because I don't put expectations on myself, but I was going to. But apologies for not putting anything in the Discord. It's just, I've been feeling a bit. But this week, like I say, mentally prepared. I got up relatively early today, had some breakfast, I've had some lunch, I'm well fed. Yep, Foxy's on the case. So, how does this fit on? Ooh, forgot, I've got to put some teeth on. So, hang on. Is that... Right, okay. Might have to reposition these. So they don't... No, how do they fit in? I've missed a bit again, yep. Silly me. So I have to put these plugs in. Right. So that's what the plugs... That's what the teeth will sit in, because the holes are too big. Right, so now we can put the teeth in. I might have to give them a bit of a twiddle so that they face in the right way, or right. Wow. Right, a minute. I have to turn that a tiny bit. Not quite facing the right way. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Right, and then we fit that to... That goes on there. Oh, hang on, I've just realised. Another sticker. Right, sticker number 3. A long thin one. Ooh. So this might be a bit fiddly. So... "30 minutes to lunch break for me, my favourite part of work." Oh, you're at work? I didn't realise you were working. But that's what I was saying, you know. You don't have to be full-time mod, just nice to have a backup. I use your streams to, your voice is very relaxed. Right, so that clicks into there. Work is stressful, you're a de-stressor. Well, you know, thank you for using me as such. I don't mind. I think they're all curved in the right way. Yeah, this is, say, I mean, when I get my own place and get out of here, I'm going to have to start considering getting myself a job. Not looking forward to it because it's been a very long time since I've had a proper job. But this is why I'm hoping to train as a support worker for the people that look after me now. So, yeah, Coventry and Warwickshire and Worcestershire Mind. Got the hashtag Mind in the in the title. Those are the people that look after me. I don't know what I would have done without them, to be honest. So yeah, the sticker's on. Let me start another bit. So right, so there you go, like that. Right, next sticker. We've got these little small fins. Oh, I got the wrong. Is that the right way around? Yeah. In the side. Ah, 2 stickers. Okay. So that one is sticker 8. A little one. A very little one with a little eye on it, I think. Oh, hang on. Less than perfect, but no. No, well, they can't always be perfect. Right, and then another right angle piece. So that goes there. Very tight squeeze. Oh, get in the fucking hole. Oh, blimey. Right, there we go. And then sticker 11. Another long thin one. do this again. There we go, that's better. Right, so where's this go then? Okay. Right, that fits through there. Okay. Ah, yeah, so you got the jaw, and then, no, that's the nostril. That's the nostril, not the eye. Right, and then, got these. These are different. Oh, they've got holes. Oh, yeah, they're a new one. So, that's a quick swig of my drink. Refreshing. Right, and then that pops on there, and then that clicks all the way through. There we go. So that's held on. And then, well, how does this clip? Ah, okay. Let's see, it goes on like that. Thank you for the hydrate. See, that's another thing I haven't, do you know what I mean? I don't know how to set up those, so if you've got an emote, that's awesome for it. Oh. There we go, that was a tight fit. You plan on streaming a build in the near future? Ah, yeah. Well, you never know. Could do. So does that clip? Yes. Right, turn it round. Bring up that. And then that clicks in, does it? Yeah, push it all the way in. That clicks into the frame. There we go, that holds that. It's a bit wobbly, but we'll soon sort that out. Right. Okay. So grey crosshatch. So that goes in there. Like that. Then another one on there. So that will go to the part of the frame when we build the other side of this. And then really? Am I missing I can't be missing a piece, can I? Oh no, there it is. It's hiding under another piece. I was going to say, kind of had a missing piece from an actual proper Lego set. That's not on. Right, so that sits there. So we start building the other side of the frame. Hope to, but have some mocks to do for Bricktastic, so that's going to take most of my spare time. Oh, you're going to the Bricktastic the same as Lego with Fonzie. He's got a Minecraft build that he's doing at the moment. I left his channel, watching his channel just before I started. He's doing some additional bits to his build. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he is. Sometimes I've been playing games with him at night time after we've both finished. So hopefully when I finish this build, I'll have my dinner and then I'll jump into we usually play either Battlefield 2042 or some Wreckfest. I was supposed to catch him yesterday, but like I said to him in his stream, by the time I'd finished my dinner, he disappeared. And as he said today, he was just knackered. So I don't know if it's the cold or if it's just, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's the cold that makes you tired quicker. Again, not perfect, but yeah, I like Lego with Fonzie. I haven't long met him really. It's only through another guy called Zabloka, or Zab. I think Zab raided Fonzie, and you know what I mean? The rest is history. Right, so that goes on there, so like the other side. That on there, and that on there. Get in there. There we go. Always a tight fit with Technic. There, so you've got both of the fins to the back part. Right. We are getting there. And another one of these. So. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. If I get cold, I tend not. Yeah. I mean, sometimes when it gets really bad, it's like I just want to hibernate. Crawl up into a ball and go to sleep, or I mean, I'm just glad I've got my TV kind of sort of facing my bed, so I could technically lie down and watch TV or films or stuff, but I'm lucky enough to have a gaming chair that was given to me by a friend. So that fixes onto that side there, yeah. So likewise, Mel. Like, you know, same with all of you. I don't think my life would be quite the same if I hadn't have met people like yourselves on Twitch. Well, I wouldn't say it completely changed my life, but it changed the way I interact with the internet, you could say. So, alright, okay, what's this? Crosshatch. Oh, hang on. No, I've done it. Have I done it wrong? No, I haven't done it wrong. So I have to put it in there. There we go. For a second I thought I'd done it wrong and I had to connect them to there, but that's not right. So, another red one on the other side. There we go, that pins that into place. Then got these cute little 3 holes, and they go. So we have one of them on that side, and then that clicks there. Yeah. Another one on the inside. Yeah, I've met so many good people through Lego and Twitch, and even met up. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but after Christmas I'm going to maybe save up a bit of money and see if I can get the train to Manchester for the day and meet the likes of yourselves and Fonzie. I don't know if I'm going to have the money, but my intention is to. So it means just saving enough money for the Bricktastic ticket, and then tickets for the train there and back, because I don't think I'm going to have enough money for a hotel for the night, or a B&B. But it'd be nice to, and then because it's a city I've never been in, I'd have to buy myself an A to Z as soon as I dropped in Manchester, because that's what I do. I like to have an A to Z of wherever I've been or going, just so as I can find my way around. And for future reference, everywhere I go I like to have a map of what I'm doing. Right, so one on that end. It's a great, is it a great city? I'd like to think that all cities in England and Great Britain have their own charm. I mean, I'm currently in Coventry, and that's one of the oldest cities in the United Kingdom. So that fits in there. So that's like the centrepiece, and then there'll be another one on the other side for that. So, yes. Right, one of them. I've been past it on the motorway, but I've never actually been there. Well, thankfully Coventry isn't my football team. But then again, nor is my actual football team. I wasn't born in Coventry, I was born in Portsmouth. And Pompey aren't particularly doing well the last few matches. But yeah, I do respect Coventry, because Coventry and Portsmouth have actually swapped a lot of players in the past. They've had a bit of a financial relationship when it comes to letting players sign to the other club. Right, and then in there. And then another sticker, which is number 10, which is, oh no, number 5. The next one's number 10. Right, so try and put this on better than the other one. There we go. So I'm hoping that Lego with Fonzie is still streaming when I finish this build, because I'm gonna raid him. Because I don't think I've raided him before, so it would be very cool to do that. So, alright, and then, oh, this is a fiddly one. Come on. All trying to go in different directions. Yeah, there we go. Right, and then the other sticker, number 10. I don't know, have I followed you? So I'm going to have to, I've hit my 200 people followed limit, so yeah, I'm going to have to come back to you, because I'm going to have to go through my list of all the people that I've followed and get rid of a few that I don't watch anymore. And then I can follow you. Because I'd much rather follow somebody who built Lego than somebody I don't watch. So that goes, connects there. That follow limit is, I didn't know there was a follow limit, and it was only when I got to it that it told me you cannot follow any more people. I know, it's like YouTube doesn't give you a limit. I think it's to do with their servers. It's the same kind of similar reason as to why they only keep your VODs for 7 days, because they haven't got the server space. Whereas YouTube, I don't know if it's unlimited, but it's obviously a lot more than Twitch. Right, so you know what I mean? Surely they would want us to follow as many people as we can get our hands on. Yeah, it's so annoying. Right. So we got one of the others. These other bits. One in there. One in there. And it's weird how they don't do these stickers in number order. But yeah, number 1. Numero uno. Nope. Let's place it from this end. There we go. But yeah, unless I have the spare money, I'm probably not going to buy any more of these monster trucks. Much as I'd like to, because it would be cool to have the whole set, but do you know what I mean? I only bought, I think, what was it? I think this one was it $17.99 from B&M, and then this one went on sale for $15.99 in B&M, but I think that was like an early Black Friday price, so I snapped it up. Right, that goes through there. Then we have the other one, and then we have the other jaw piece sticker, number 9. Sorry, I put my hand in the way there. Right. There it goes, the other side with the jaws. And then the elongated fin shape. So we put the crosshatch in the end, and we put those in the top. And like that. And then one on the end. And in there. So that goes like that. Cool. Then this piece like that. Then we have the little pop stud again next to where the other thing goes in, and then another little tiled one stud that goes over that, and then we clip that to there. That goes in there all the way through, so that's held together. There we go. Then we got the last shark fin piece, methinks. So that goes in there. And then we've got number 13. Lucky for some. Right. So yep, that goes on the top of there. Cross hatch in the end. Another one of those all the way through. We're nearly there. I could probably afford to, probably get away with put the rest of them in there. There we go. And back down to one tray. And then that in there. Two long cross hatches. Get those little go in the hole so that the teeth can go in there. So then yep, we put the little teeth. Go the other side of the jaw, and then we clip that on the side there, and there we go. Hang on. There. Right. Then we got the last sticker, number 2, a long thin one. Oh, oops. Let's bring it up a little bit. Damn it. Trying to keep it as central as possible. Right, there we go. And then that clips onto... How did it go on? What have I done? So that, yeah, that clips onto there. Hang on, yeah. That clicks there. And that onto there. There we go, so that's the frame of the main part of the vehicle. So, then we've got that little funny bracket shape. So that goes on there, and then right, so that clips onto there and holds that all in place, and then push that all the way through. So that's all clips on, that's all rigid. And then crossbar sits along the front. Right, that goes on there. Then we have so those go on the side there. There we go, so that's the frame of the cab. Shame they haven't connected those, but then you wouldn't be able to with those plugs there. That looks alright. Right, so we turn it upside down. Oh, wrong way, that way. Looks like we've got all these like pasta shapes. They look like plaster plastic shapes. So they go with a cross hatch in one end, and then apparently they go in there like that and at an angle. And then another one on that side. I imagine they at a 45-degree angle, so they angle down. Right. So, okay. They are basically curved macaroni pieces, yeah. Right, and those little cylindrical bits on the top. Right, so where does this go? Okay. So there's that clip in next to there. So 2. So it's got the space of 2 there, and then you clip that in there. So that reinforces the bottom of the frame. It's called Community Have Nicknames for Pieces. Yeah. Why, if they look like that, what they look like, then they're going to get called that, aren't they? Right. Now we've got the little. Now we've got the little T-Rex arms to put on the side. So, got the right angle piece, and then a little tiny crosshatch. And then that there. And there's your little claws. So, there you go, there's your little T-Rex claw. So do another one of them for either side. Another crosshatch, and then the other claw. So where do these go then? Okay, a minute, yeah. So it looks like they go on there. And then there you go, your little Tyrannosaurus Rex claws. Right, so almost finished. So, what are those bits? Oh no, wrong way. So, looking ferocious. Yep, ThunderROARus. Well, yeah, I mean, with the combination of the jaws and the claws, jaws and claws, jaws and claws, jaws and claws. Right, so we've got these little 1x2s with holes and circular edges. So they go on there. Right, and that's where the wheel mounts will go. Yep. So we've got the very long crosshatch, and they will feed through there, like so. And then we've got the little plug points. So they go basically to space the wheels so that the wheels don't go flush to the actual model, so there's that little space in between. think it's about the same. We'll find out. Right, and then you do the same for the other side. So you feed that all the way through there. Got some more of these to go on the end. Oh, too far. And then another one the other side. There we go, holds it in place. Right. Time for some chunky wheels. So, these go, the inverted rims go on the outside. So you have to pop them a little bit so that the edges are all flush. Oh, oops, there we go. Is it? Nope. There we go. Is it all? Right. Is it all the way around? Yep. Then rinse and repeat, as is always the case with wheels, because there's 4 of them. Right. Oh. There we go. Chunky wheels. Right. A bit of dust in the corners. Right, last one. There we go. So, yep. Front ones. Right. And then the last little tiny bit. Oh no, we've got one little tiny bit there. We've got some little spikes to indicate their spines on the back of the... So yeah. So you've got these two little triangular cheese wedge pieces. Almost forgot about them. There we go. That gives a little bit of a spined edge to the top. Nice little bit of detail. And then obviously, to hold the wheels properly in place, you got these little crosshatch dials. So what we do is we put those in there and they hold the wheels properly on place. Same the other side obviously. There we go, right, and then in the front as well. Oh. Right, now a few little spares, but that is us done. Yep. Yep, that is us done. So, GG, ThunderROARus. Yeah, so there you go, face down. Look at that. Right, I've got to give you a visual demonstration of its capabilities. So let's put Diggertron back. And obviously it's a pullback, so I've got to show you. It's right, let's lift this up slightly so you can see it go off the edge, yeet itself off the edge. Thunderific, exactly. Right, let's pull it all the way back. Yeet! Oh. Right, one more time. Yeet! Love it. But yeah, I think I definitely prefer this one to Diggertron, just because it looks cooler with the teeth. But yeah. That looks really cool. Rawr, 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 rawr. Munch, 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 munch. In a good way, and instantly, Madman is childlike. Yep. Childlike rather than childish. That's how I see it. Nom 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 nom. Rawr. Nom 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 nom. Rawr, 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 rawr. I have never lost sight of my inner child. You know what I mean? I like the way that they've done that sort of the nostrils are there in the right place. Put them jaws right up to the camera. Rawr. Nom 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 nom. Oh, I can't help myself. I am just a little child at heart. But yeah, one more time. Right. What's that say? What are those emotes? Oh, a little kitty face balloon. Oh, that's cute. Right, go on then. Yeet! Right, Lego with Fonzie is still live. So, now I've finished. Let's go and retrieve him, because otherwise... Oh, yeah. Go and raid Lego with Fonzie. He's still doing his Minecraft stuff. So, let's type the raid in. Raid Lego with Fonzie. See what progress he's made. Right. No, nice for you to have. Hey, I'm happy to have that you've come along. Yeah, pleasure to have you. Hopefully we'll see you again in the future. Yeah, next week, because it's coming up to Christmas. I'm going to do... I wouldn't usually do another stream so close next week, but because it's Christmas, getting to Christmas, I'll be doing... Yeah, I'll show you. I was meaning to do this a while back. But yeah, I've got the Speed Champions Ferrari F1 car, so that's what I'll be doing next Tuesday around the same time. And then it's really... As we get closer and closer to Christmas, it will just be as and when I feel like it, really. Yeah, hopefully I will have the money to get to Bricktastic, because I would love to meet you both. But yeah, let's type that raid message in. The raid has been created. 4, 2, 1. Right. Thank you for turning up and watching me build ThunderROARus. No, thank you. And yeah, I shall see you next week around the same time, Tuesday at 4. Yeah. Right, let's go and see what Lego with Fonzie's been doing. Yeah, we're raiding now. Bye. Right, let's has it gone through? Yeah, it's gone through. Right, let's click that in.